The legend of Camelot comes alive at the John F. Kennedy Hyannis Museum through the eyes of Kennedy photographer Jacques Lowe. Creating Camelot opened this May at the Hyannis Museum.
Hyannis and Camelot are synonymous, and we have here the Creating Camelot exhibit that came from the museum in Washington, D.C. And it was put together about 4 years ago as a project that took what were contact sheets from a photographer named Jacques Lowe, that the negatives of which were lost in Building 2 of the World Trade Center in 9/11.
The images in the collection were painstakingly restored.
So there was very little left to put something like this together, but the Lowe Estate and the museum in DC decided that they would try their best, and it took untold number of hours to take contact sheets and prints, which generally you can't get this quality from, and restore them and create a comprehensive digital archive of these photos. 70 of those restored images are part of the Camelot exhibit you see here today, on loan to us from the museum.
The images tell a story of family, community, and civic engagement.
So it captures in 40,000 images about 3 years of time together and personal access with President Kennedy, with Jackie, while he was in office, as president, in meetings. So they're very intimate photos, and they really give a great view of where Cape Cod was in the life of and the evolution of President Kennedy. And you really get to see how much of a personal family feel you will get looking at that. And then as you travel through the museum, you're following his campaign. The messages being that you can see that he engaged with people that he connected with. He was very visible and very approachable.
And it was really just a fluke that museum founder and curator Rebecca Pierce Merrick discovered the exhibit.
I just happened, in researching one day, to come across this exhibit and learned that it was created by the museum and it was a traveling exhibit. And the fact that it was a traveling exhibit was so exciting. And I thought, oh, it's not possible that we can get this, that it would be available when we need it. And so John and I just jumped on it. We were both thrilled. And as it turned out, they had this summer through the fall open.
Also, you see the opportunities that they have to be themselves here and enjoy what Cape Cod is all about to all of us who live here. And so this personal feeling, this inspirational feeling, and the sense that here was someone that in my case, that I admired, and I was inspired in my own way as a young person when he was running for president, but more importantly as a president. And there are people all over the world today who see what's going on in the U.S. today, and there's a lot of similarities. And the leadership that you can see through President Kennedy, both by the example here, but by memory, frankly, are great memories that people talk about when they're in this gallery.
Creating Camelot is on display now at the JFK Museum on Main Street in Hyannis. For Cape Media News, I'm Sarah Colvin.